You're shitting me. You pay up?
That's the trouble. He's got the gold on him. Sergeant's arm is falling off with all the gnome slaves she's been beating. Who's the hoon? Friend of Nair's? Or you plough and drow now? Pity for you. A good...
You feel the slightest of stirrings in your head. The Dwergar is not infected, yet your minds resonate.
I'll be. You're one of them cult freaks. Felt the tingle. Your twat-soul chum owes us a load of coin. You want through? Make a donation. Unclog your hole. Just shitting around. But I'm warning you. That twat-soul ain't settled up soon. There'll be hell to pay for the lot of you cult buggers.
A lot of us. Consistent. I'll give you that.
Don't waste a step. Deep gnome make. Another scrying eye. Best to keep my distance.
The slowest of you lot is getting tossed to a Rothe in heat.
Man, this game is... How the heck did I get up here? I guess I went up the stairs. This game is just... I can't believe this is only early access. There's like so much content. And this is like just the first act. This is crazy.
Found a trace. Found a way past them. Keep digging!
What path?
Ain't broke through.
I'll peel your balls like potatoes if you don't move! And you better hope that's the worst of it.
You better hope your little tricks didn't harm the true soul! Move it! What could they accomplish?
Hey, Reptilian. Oh, you know, it's funny. I don't even know. I think I killed her, and actually forgot that I killed her, and just like, you know, I don't even know how to remove someone from my party, so she's just sitting there. She's just like sitting there. Hold on a second, my audio is acting weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and then she was just sitting there in my party the whole time. I was like, I don't even know how to get rid of her. I haven't learned that skill yet. How to boot someone out of your party. This game is just massive, dude. Like, this is just the first act, and it's like, there's just so much stuff. I know, they added more. And I watched some different videos on stuff, and I'm just like, how... You know, these are the types of games that I'm not very good at. You know, I'm not really good at these types of games. Like, because there's people who spend so much time going through every little nook and cranny of these worlds, and they figure out all these really interesting, like, builds and interesting, like, stories, and I'm just not one of those people, because I've got, like, ADD, man. I'll get, like, so distracted by so many different things that I just don't progress as well. Or I'll get fixated, you know? I'll get fixated on one certain thing, you know what I mean? And I'll be stuck trying to do one thing for like a really long time because I'm really anal that way. I'm like really, what's the word? What's the word when you get like completely just fixated on something, you know?
Scorched ground. Better watch out.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. Oh boy.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Don't want to draw any attention.
What path lies before me? Something's burrowed in there.
Ooh.
Something big.
That didn't work. That didn't work. Yeah, it's like I get obsessive compulsive. That's what I was gonna say. I think I'm like ADD obsessive compulsive. Like I get like distracted easily, but when I fixate on something, I can really like fixate. I have a really good ability to focus on one thing when I want to. But then when you give me like a lot of options, that's where I get distracted, or that's where I have a hard time. Like, and when you have a game like Baldur's Gate, there's just infinite. There's a video by I think Fextra Life where it's called like Baldur's Gate, like what is it, gear, and it's like infinite build options or something. And I think that's so true. Like if you go, I think it's Fextra. This one here. Insane loot. Baldur's Gate 3 itemization is amazing. How legendary items equipment changes. Everything. Actually, that's not the video because it was a different one. But let's just look it up. See, this is my ADD. This is my ADD creeping in right now because I'm trying to play the game. And I'm like, hey, let's look at this video. You know what I mean? This is an example of my ADD. But here's what I'm talking about, like this video here. So Baldur's Gate 3 itemization is amazing. How legendary items equipment changes everything. I think that was it, but there was one that said like infinite, you know, like infinite builds. You know, it's just like if you look here, I mean, look at all this stuff. I mean, I'm looking at my inventory. I've got like necklaces and amulets, and probably should use. I don't know what the word of absolute is. I have no idea what the word of absolute means, so I don't know. It doesn't give me any kind of an effect. am I in turn-based mode? Basking in Lothiotar's love.
Best be on my way.
I need money.
Trying to find this.
No traps, please.
Trying to figure out how to get past this.
That's a friendly-looking shadow. Better be cautious. These boots have seen everything. Something's burrowed in there. Something big.
Some water. Oh shit, what the hell? can't move. I can't even move.
Another step forward.
Okay, well that. Yeah. That's not gonna work. I'll try it. I don't know, Nick. I don't know if it's a ton of progress. You found certain areas where the arc difference allowed me to hit them with a bow, but they couldn't hit me back. Well, that's interesting. Just left the rock pillar and a... I don't know if I've made a ton of progress. I've been just kind of going through different videos, so you know what I mean? I've just been exploring and following some different like guides. But I mean, I feel like their guides are cool. It's cool to go through, like to do what I'm doing because I'm learning a lot. But like trying to remember all that, trying to remember everything, like everything I've done from here to here. It's one of those things where you almost have to go. For me, anyway, I'd have to go through I'd have to repeat this process from like where I was at level 1, starting the game, to where my character is right now, and just do it multiple times just to remember, because this game is a maze. I mean, it is a maze.
With haste. Softer than a whisper. Just out of view.
Let me try that again.
Light on my feet. Something's burrowed in there. Something big.
This is weird. Yeah, it's completely different for sure. Oh yeah, and it's like I was in the Goblin Village, Blue. You know, the one with the one that we were talking about that wasn't the. Well, here. How do I go out? Can I go out? How do you go out of this map to like the regular map? Can you like go to the main map? Here, there we go. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's crazy. Yeah, I was in the Blighted Town, but then I went from the Blighted Town to the Goblin area, and I went in there and I killed some like priestess, and she summoned like 4 or 5 goblins that were coming after me, and I barely killed her. And then they were beating on me, and I had to pick the lock on a door, and sneak through the door. Luckily, I was able to pick it. It was not an easy roll, because if I would have failed, I would have died for sure. But yeah, I know it's crazy, absolutely crazy. Like right here, I'm not sure how this movement works right here. Like, how am I gonna get past this little tower that's gonna shoot me? It seems like there's a method to this. Like, you hide, then you sprint. No, maybe it's just here. I don't know.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
I should be okay now.
Should mind my step.
Go back and kill it from behind. That way it's safe if you need to walk back. When you say kill, you're talking about these towers? Are you talking about this tower here? Like, kill this from behind? Like, go, like, back here, maybe? And is that what you're talking about? These arcane turrets? Yeah, this stuck. Oh, okay. You can probably examine anything, right? Yeah, you can examine anything, which is really cool. Let me save this game. But yeah, so, okay, I want to ask Reptilian, well, I'll ask you too, Blue, but there were, like, hand crossbows. Did they remove hand crossbows from the game? Because a lot of the stuff I see show that hand crossbows can be pretty effective, but I haven't been able to find any hand crossbows. Because you can dual wield hand crossbows, and I just haven't been able to find any. Is that something that they've actually removed from the game? Just kind of rare right now. Okay. Yeah, I thought they probably were, because I went to the Baldur's Gate, like, official wiki, and they're still in there. They're still in the official wiki. Okay, I'm going to save this game as... I guess we'll save it as this one. I'll overwrite this one. Did you guys fill up for doing a... I don't know if you and Reptilian are up for maybe doing a... I don't know, we could pick up where we left off on our last three-man party, or... Or I could just continue... Like, this game is crazy. This game's just crazy. This game blows my mind. I mean, I've played some RPGs before, but I've never played anything like this. You know what I mean? Like, this game is just insane.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? I mean, this game, like, the more I get into it, the more there is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that screenshot? That screenshot was weird. I found... Okay, I went to the map and I had a waypoint, and I went to the waypoint, but I'm like, wait a minute, how do I have this waypoint? Because it was in an area I'd never been in before, and I'm like, how did I get this waypoint? And the waypoint was in a gnome village, or some sort of a gnome area, and it was like a gnome city.
What's the name of the waypoint?
Well, I'd have to... Let me load the game again, and I'll tell you what it is. Oh, it's right here. It was... Well, no, I have to load the game. Let's just go to... I think I might have a waypoint that's there. It's in Grimforge.
Okay,
But
yeah.
if I... Let me load into the Crept Village here. So, let me look at the waypoint. The waypoint took me to this area where there was this gnome who wanted me to help him find something. And I said, no, that's okay. I'll find it on my own. And as I was walking around, it was a really small area, and I'll show it to you here. Very small area, not a lot there, but there's a big boat, kind of like the River Styx, you know, like this big boat in this black, murky.
Wait, so was it a gnome or a dwarf that asked you to find?
Maybe it was a dwarf. I'll show it to you. I'm gonna pull it up right now, as long as I can get to the waypoint.
I think they call them Dwargar, and they're like a
that's it. That's it. It was like a Dwargar. So if I go...
Yeah, so if you got on the boat, you went to Grimforge.
Yeah, so I went to... I guess the Underdark Beach, maybe? Yeah, it's gotta be the beach. Yeah, it's the Underdark Beach, but I don't know how I got this waypoint. Because if you look at my stream here, and I'll go ahead and stream in Discord as well, because I know that can be a little bit easier. But when I got here, I was like, there's not a lot of places to go. Like, you
Time
go,
to press ahead.
You go over here and there's just a bunch of water. You kind of walk, man, it's really kind of a bright glare. And you walk around, it's pretty much a dead end. Other than this boat called the double-hulled skiff. And this is actually pretty cool. You can go up and interact with this
A
boat.
vessel wobbles on the lake's murky waters.
Hey, what's up, Salson? Well, I appealed it, but it got denied, Zalson. I mean, I can still... Everything on my YouTube channel works fine. People can still subscribe. I can stream and all that. I just don't make any money off anything right now. But they said in August I can appeal again. And basically, if I just go through my YouTube channel and remove anything that's against their terms of service, theoretically, I should supposedly be added back to the YouTube partner program. So we'll find out. So we go into here and it says a vessel wobbles. I can say sail into the darkness. I have, but this is from a save game, so it's gonna do it again. I'm gonna let it play because it's kind of cool. I'm just gonna let it play because it's kind of neat. Well, here we can skip this bit because here you're like going through this dark, creepy waters, very dark, and you'll run into another ship. It says, "What are you doing here with that guy's boat?" That's not your boat. Look at me looking at it.
You
like,
there! Drow! Why are you in Gexraft?
Why are you in Gex Raft?
We aren't expecting more of you. Where's Gek?
And then I just
Who
continue.
are you?
In the name of the Absolute, you will let me pass. Oh shit, except I failed. Failed the roll this time.
Ready for this?
I don't know what's gonna happen now.
The Absolute? Not bloody likely.
Get her,
Get her,
fellas.
fellas.
Alright, combat.
I asked if you were ready for this.
Go, man!
Yeah, I've been across here and I managed to... First time I attempted it, I pushed him into the water.
That's what I was doing.
Realized
Too heavy to shove.
alone- Yeah, I realized alone that this was a problem. Reload and managed to get by with some sort of talk option. I managed to get past, but I don't recall what.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to take these guys out. They already took half my health off.
Yeah, they go. That boat gets you to the Grim Forge, which is a step towards the Adamantite Forge. My high-level character, not a good combat option because there's no way to stealth.
On which character?
My main rogue, that's level 5 now.
So yeah, I'm sure I'm probably gonna die here, but oh. No, this is actually a cleric. This is actually a cleric. Anyways, I was gonna, but yeah, that's you take that boat and it takes you to what you just said. What is it called? The Grim Forge.
Grim Forge, yeah.
Yeah, it takes you to Grim Forge, and but I mean, if I had to tell you like how to get from the beginning of the game back to this area, I would never be able to do it. Like never. I mean, just so much. It's there's so
you
much.
went one of 3 ways that I know of getting into the Underdark.
I was in the what is it? The Goblin Town? You said the temple? I don't know.
Yeah, Goblin Camp.
And there's
It's in,
some.
ruined Temple of
I
Solomon.
opened up a hidden doorway. Like I opened up a.
Mhm.
I had to make a perception roll to find a latch and like a button, and then I pushed that, and then it opened up a doorway, and then I went through that doorway, and eventually there was this really long ladder that went down into the Underdark, like a really long ladder, and that's how I got to. Yeah.
So in the Blighted Town, if you go down to where the phase spiders are, certain areas, I think it's most of the areas, you can use Feather Fall, like a spell that makes you essentially float down so you don't take any falling damage, and jump off, and you'll just land in the Underdark. So that's the second way that I know of. Third way, I won't say quite yet. I'll leave that one open.
And my wife's texting me. My wife's in the hospital, so she.
Oh. I
Yeah,
thought she was doing better.
she was, and then I've had a rough day. We woke up this morning at 4 a.m. She was having pain in her chest. She went to the hospital without me because she figured it'd probably be nothing, because sometimes after you have the cath procedure, you have pain. You can still have, you send a camera up through your
Little bit of
veins. You
pain.
can have pain and stuff in your chest.
Right.
So she went in. They did an X-ray, but the problem was her troponin levels were higher than they should be, and troponin's like what typically they check to see if you have any kind of a heart event, like a heart attack or stroke or anything. And we know that she didn't have any of that because, well, she shouldn't have anyway. So they did that, and then since they were a little bit elevated, they made her stay for another troponin test. They did that. They did an EKG, and said her EKG was a little bit different than the EKG she had last week when she did the procedure. So then at that point, I drove to the hospital. At that point, I drove there. They put her into a different room, and they were trying to decide what to do because they were like, well, do we want to go back in with the camera? And so she sat there for a little while. Then the doctor said, why don't you get up and walk around and see how your chest feels? And when she started walking around, her chest was hurting. Like, it wasn't hurting when she sat down, but when she started to walk, it started to hurt. So the doctor's like, you know what? He goes, we probably should go back in. And he goes, why don't, and just see what's going on. She didn't want, I mean, we didn't want to do it, but we did. We knew that might be the only way. But I'm like, man, there's other, so we were a little bit nervous about that. Yeah, hey, Nick, thanks. She was really scared about that because she doesn't really like every time it's just because it does damage to your arteries when they do that procedure.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So she didn't really want to do that again. And so we actually called her mom, and her mom came, and then we ended up going back to the catheterization lab, and they basically were getting her prepped for surgery where they send the camera back up in. And then the cardio guy came in, his name's Sola, really good doctor. And he just came in like a ball of thunder and said, Amber, he said, we are not doing this. He's like, I'm not going to go back into you if I don't know what I'm looking for. And we both kind of breathed a collective sigh of relief, we really didn't want to do that. And he's like, what we're going to do is it's like a radioactive stress test. It's where they send like radioactive isotopes into through your IV, and it bleeds through your system, and then they use a camera, I guess, that can detect that, and they basically can observe the flow of blood through your body by tracking the radioactive isotope. So she did half that test tonight. They're gonna do that half in the morning, and then after they're gonna look at the results from that, and hopefully the results will show that there's nothing wrong. If the results show that there's an issue with the blood not getting somewhere, then she will have to go back in for that procedure again. So I'm home right now. She's still I'm talking to her, she's still in the hospital.
Hopefully it comes out good.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so too. She's having problems right now. And I can't go to the hospital now. It's too late.
Yeah, past visiting hours, that whole deal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just checking to see if she wants me to come to the hospital first thing in the morning. Her chest is burning, but I mean, burning is probably just, I don't think burning is usually because she does have sometimes like acid reflux. So. Yeah, but if I had to go into this game and just even get back to where I was in that last save game, it'd be tough. I went to what's it called? Not the Goblin Town, but the other one before that one.
The Blighted?
Yeah,
town?
I went to the Blighted Village, and then I went down the cellar door to get a few items. Then I came back up. Then I ended up kind of walking over towards the temple, and then went through there. What was really interesting is you can get to a lot of places in the game as a drow, because you're kind of like buddy with the goblins. The drow seem to have a pretty good relationship with goblins.
Well, so part of maybe there's some options that I haven't seen, but part of that is just the whole absolute tadpole thing going on too.
Well, there's that too, but there's also just drow. Like there's one dialogue I had with a goblin where there's an option that just says, "Hey, I'm a drow," and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, it's okay, you can go by." So it's kind of like being like like I'm a troll and he's a an orc in the World of Warcraft.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
remember you spoke to Kadga and you had an option of that, and she was like, "Oh, thank you for your presence as a gift." And I was like, "I've never seen that option before."
yeah,
Yeah,
Drow's evil.
kind of
Yep.
considered evil.
Hmm.
Yeah, they made a change that I think will be interesting. How they depend on. I don't know if you've heard it, but they're kind of removing some of the ability points out of the race selection.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's going to stay
I
exactly that way.
watched Wolf's video a little bit. I think it was from I don't know, 8 hours ago, maybe, or 10 hours ago.
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
was
the race one.
asking, "Do you think?" And I actually commented on it. I personally myself, the way I look at it is Dungeons and Dragons has always had bonuses based on your class, like it, and it always played into, once again, I say this all the time, but it played into class identity and it played into kind of the lore of the game. Like half elves, elves are always proficient with bows because they're very agile creatures, right? So if you
Yeah,
create an elf, you're naturally going to have a bonus to agility. That's just part of who, it's just part of the lore of elves. It's part of, that race. So by taking it away, you're kind of going against the way the Dungeons and Dragons has been, like forever. Does it really hurt the game? Not really. I think it just hurts the people that are used to the RP aspect and the class, or not
right.
the class, but the race identity, the racial, like, hey, and the fact that if you see, like, for example, if you see a halfling walking around in the world, your first inclination is to think he's probably a thief or a rogue, or because that's typically the role that halflings play in Dungeons and Dragons, some sort of a sneaky type character. The other thing he did say in that video that was interesting, he said that I haven't played a half orc because it's not available. I don't think in this, is it?
No, we don't have Dragonborn or half orc.
Yeah, but the half orc apparently is the only thing that keeps him back from being really strong. In the release version of the game is that I guess there's some sort of limit. But he said by releasing the stats and making you being able to pick, he said that the half orc's going to become like the dominant melee class.
Part of it is their crit bonuses. It's just like they could get like double crit or something like that. I'm trying to see if I can find out.
Yeah,
where
I don't know where it is. Through great
Savage attacks. When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice one additional time and add it to the extra damage of the crit hit.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, and there's that thing that Nick was talking about.
Yeah,
where
Nick's saying that they can't
die.
die. So apparently half orc melee is going to be, if they leave it the way. So personally myself, like in the video, Wolfhart was saying, do you think Larian made a mistake? And if I had to answer that question, I would say yes. I would prefer them to leave it alone if it was up to me. But
some reason I can kind of understand it, and just from the RP of it, but I think removing it was too much. I'd almost like to see something, because a lot of people go for that 16th ability to get the +3, because it kind of feels weird to have a +15.
Yeah, it's kind of worthless.
I would imagine so that's like, if they could just push it so that it's a slight nerf and you could get to that +16, I think you would satisfy a lot of people that kind of optimize for that way and open up for other race choices. But it's really hard, because something like human, where you have one of everything, it's like, well, what do you do with that? It's like, I don't know. It's a tough one, because on one side I can see why you'd want it, but it kind of screws with a lot of things.
Yeah, and so Wolfhart was saying, are there going to be feats? Are there going to be? There are, right? There's feats.
So at level 4 you can choose a feat, and
Yeah.
so one of them is increasing ability points there. And I think probably because we're in early access and we just don't have access to higher levels, it feels like race is significantly more important right now, because you just can't get certain things at all, even if you were to level up.
Yeah.
So
is there a limit on max level? I mean, what's the max level in the release?
5.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's, for a game to be this big. It's just, I'm so used to playing MMOs, so being limited to only 5. Like, if you look at the original...
in the full release, it's going to be level 12.
Oh, that's what I was asking. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, sorry.
Release. Yeah. Yeah, and you said 5, and I was like, holy shit, the full release is only 5. I'm like, that seems wrong.
Yeah, sorry, that misunderstanding on my part.
Yeah, because the original, like, I still have all my original Dungeons and Dragons books from, I think it's, I guess, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Release 1. And of course, I have the basic set. But I think even the basic set might have it. But, I mean, really, D&D, like, the first books I have, they go to level 20. So, like, when you look at, like, THAC0 to hit armor class 0, it shows, I think, level 1 to level 20. And we always think of, like, at least as a DM back then, because that's when I played D&D was that long ago. I haven't really played it since, high school. So that was, I got out of high school in 88. So I haven't played D&D. I've always wanted to. I just, for whatever reason, never have. So I haven't played 5th edition or 3rd edition or any of that stuff. So I know the game's so much different now than it was when I played it. But, we always thought as a like game master playing Dungeons & Dragons, that it would take a long time. Like, it would take years to level a character from, like, level 1. Or maybe not years, but it would take you a long time to level, to, like, even, like, level 20. So, yeah, I don't, they do have fast travel, yeah. Maybe
Yeah, and
yeah. Go ahead.
it definitely feels like leveling is an extensive process and depends on how well you do things. And I'm curious how they're going to balance certain things out, because at least it seems like taking the talking route, you don't get as much experience. But I'm not always certain because I usually just go.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed
so to
about the
speak.
way you approach the game is you approach the game from I'm going to get all the experience I possibly can. You're like, okay, what experience is this? What experience? I mean, you're really analyzing the XP. I'm not really doing that. I'm doing more like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to get a familiarity with the world and the map first. It's like, because I feel like I get lost every time I turn around a corner. And it feels like I can't get anything done if I'm not good at navigation of just the map itself. So I'm just trying to explore the regions and learn about the zones and the maps and figure out how to navigate them. So that's my first priority. That, and just get to try the different classes and see which one I like the best, And then after I get past all of that, so
then it'll be time for the game.
Then it'll be time to actually start doing something more. But yeah.
Yeah, I tried a barb today, and it was interesting, barbarian, but I didn't really. I prefer bows and ranged combat over melee. It's just so much more.
Yeah, I like the bows, but it feels, and I hate to say this, but the bows, there's a lot of ways to kind of, because of stealth mostly. If you took stealth away, it wouldn't be as much. But yeah, I mean, I killed an ogre, a pretty big ogre who had like 75 hit points, and he didn't even hit me, not even once.
Yeah.
It's just I was up on a higher elevation, and I would shoot him, sneak, shoot him, sneak, shoot him, sneak. It was just silly,
Yeah, so there's two things on that. One, if they can't get to you, I can kind of understand why you could kind of be able to get away, like the whole ogres in the blighted village. I can kind of see that to some degree, but under normal circumstances, I definitely hope that the higher difficulties they will search for you in stealth.
Yeah.
And I think if you take away that stealth abuse, I think bow damage is actually pretty low, just like from a rogue or a sneak attack perspective, compared to other options.
I was attacking the witch queen, I think, or something. I can't remember, like shaman witch queen or something in that area, and she had a lot of health, and I actually killed her with my poison ability, and it crit for like 40 damage or something.
Oh, wow.
And it surprised the hell out of me, because I shot her with it once. It did like 12 damage. I was like, okay, I did 12 damage. And I was like, let me try this again. And I hit it, and it was like 40 damage, and she just dropped dead because she happened to have like 40 or something very close to that. And I was really scared because there were like 5 goblins. She goes, intruders or something. She like screamed for help. So I had like 4 or 5 goblins banging down the doors trying to come in and kill me. And luckily, that thing crit and wiped her out.
And that was the poison blob throw, or what was it?
It's like some sort of poison ability that my cleric has.
Hmm.
Here, I'll show you. Well, here, let me go back to that.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Here's the priestess. Let me go back to the priestess. I don't know if I can get to it. I mean, I know I can, but the problem is, like, I'll get lost. I mean, let's see.
Priestess tries to put you to sleep to, I think, kill you, but because you're drow,
I'm
you
drow.
can't be put to sleep.
I can't be put to sleep. That's another thing about drow that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
I like drow. They also have like greater movement speed. And
they have average movement speed for their height. So most tall-ish ones have 9-meter movement speed. The only one that's faster is a wood elf at 10.5 meters, but dwarves and smaller are at 7.5 meters.
The wood elf is the other one I want to try because they seem to be pretty interesting. So here, let's see.
Should mind my step.
Yeah, should mind my step. I don't know. See, right now I haven't pissed anybody off. Ooh, what is that?
A scrying
That's good.
eye. Best not do anything suspicious while it's watching.
Interesting. I didn't see
Oh,
that
you
before.
haven't been to that side where Mythera is? She's got a good. If you were to kill her rather than romance her side with the goblins, then you can get a nice chest that gives you +1 to stealth.
Look at this drawer. Oh, really? That's all. I would like to get more. Stealth is cool. Stealth in the game is definitely, I mean.
Yeah, and I think it's more complex than what I've kind of given it credit for because I've kind of just been abusing it. But because I was noticing when you were trying to attack those arcane turrets that you were passing several hiding checks or being successful with that. So I think it'd be more interesting if it was a little bit more, or when you have enough proficiency with it.
Oh, here, check this out, Blue.
Couple turns should do it.
Look at this treasure room.
Oh yeah, I've unlocked that.
Oh,
That's
have
pretty
you?
good. Yeah, because so with rogues they get expertise, so you double their proficiency bonus. So I don't know if I had it by then, but like right now my level 5 rogue has like +10 to sleight of hand stuff. It's pretty crazy.
There we go. I didn't have all my bonuses. Oh, jeez. I've got right there. I ended up with like +7. So I just roll like a 15 maybe. Well, 12. That's not going to do it unless I roll 4. Nope.
Yeah, having that super high sleight of hand comes in handy.
There we
with
go.
the 15 and 20 difficulty class. Nice. There was an area in the Grim Forge that I heavily used my height advantage to it.
So, but what's nice, it's got the helmet of grit. Spring step boots, which
I'm not a huge fan of the ones that are.
Boots aren't that. I don't like.
You have to be under 50% HP.
Yeah, I mean since I have the only helmet I have is a Circle of Fire. It says when you deal fire damage with a non-cantrip spell, you gain a bonus action. So that's pretty interesting. So the other thing I learned, and you probably already know this, but
I don't need any attention right now.
Is that I can carry a torch around with me and throw it on the ground, and then dip my arrows in the flame, and light them on fire, and then I get that extra fire damage.
I didn't entirely know that part, but what I did know is that you can throw it towards your enemy. So if they are lightly obscured and you're having disadvantage on like a ranged attack, you can put light near them, and then they're no longer obscured. You just throw the torch next to them.
Yeah, that'll work too. I was trying to see if I could get to that
No hesitation.
The witch, or the whatever she is. The priestess. But I don't remember. See? But this is a perfect example of like, I've already kind of did this once, but now if you ask me to go back and do it again, I'm thoroughly lost. Let me see.
Yeah, she's just right up here at the front, or normally is anyhow.
And then I did that Loviatar's Love, which was weird. He's like beating me up with it. That was actually pretty funny though.
I've never seen. That is one method I've seen on a lot of like speed runs. They go in and grab that to get advantage.
Yeah, and honestly, it's kind of a pain to have to sit there and stab yourself because it lowers your health until you get. Like I've got it right now. You can see I've got Basking in Loviatar's Love. It says you revel in the clarity gained by your pain. You have +2 bonus to attack rolls and wisdom saving throws, and it lasts until a long rest. So it's really strong. But of course, to do that, you knock your health down to like less than a certain percentage, less than 30%. So you have to sit there purposely, like use this dagger, the ritual dagger, to beat the heck out of yourself.
And it's like, if anybody hits you, you're done, and it just wipes out your run.
Yeah. First speed run, yeah. Vrander BVO says, "Will this game have a cash shop? I saw those rollings. It looks like there might be a cash shop option. I don't know. Have you heard anything about a cash shop, Blue?
I haven't heard
How
anything,
much
and I
farther
don't
can I
really
go?
think so. They didn't have anything like that at all in DOS 2, which is their most recent game they've done.
Yeah, and Divinity Sin, too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea where she's at now. I'm kind of turned around here.
She should be off to the left, looking in this direction.
Oh, off.
There should be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're looking at her throne or her altar there.
Oh yeah, because that's where I first met her. Was here.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna go off this way,
so
right?
that direction. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right up there.
That makes sense. I think she's probably, let's see, through that door. Yeah. Oh my, how do I move the camera back up? It's sunk down. Okay, I think I know where she is. I tried to go around the camera. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, so to the left of the brazier there is the door to get to her.
Yeah, exactly. But here I would do.
And if you go left even further, you can go to a trader that has a whole bunch of explosive barrels.
Yeah, no problem.
By the time I got there, I don't recall if you can just be there.
That the jingle of coin I hear?
You don't recall?
You've timed it well. Already turned quite the
when
profit
I got to
today.
them, they were all mad at
So
me
I'm feeling
because I
generous.
just started to kill everybody when I walked in. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't done that. Now, what I've been looking for, like I said, is the hand crossbow. Oh, here, look. She's got the hand crossbow. She didn't have it last time. Last time I went, and so the loot does vary.
Interesting.
It definitely wasn't there last time because I'm pretty sure I looked for it. So how much are they, though? Okay, so I can buy 2 of these. Cool, because I've been wanting to try out the hand crossbow. What is this? Arrows? Arrow of ice. Look how cool that looks.
I use fire and roaring thunder a lot. I managed to push one of the goblins off of the edge of the ruined temple and into the abyss.
How do you use these special arrows? Is it just something that you just
so
it's like you click it before you shoot your arrow? Like you just like
so you click on it with the items tab at the bottom.
Yeah, so you just drag it to your items tab, click it, and then do your arrow attack. Okay. That's pretty cool. How much damage does it? That's cool. I won't, since I'll be using fire. Let's try this out. Let's we got that. Let's go ahead and. You said that she's some high at times. Let's grab that. Do I need? Attackers can't land critical hits on the wearer. That's kind of a nice man. I don't have that kind of money.
Pleasure.
Oh, the helm, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't come across one naturally.
Not one that's like that. I'm gonna do a long rest, I think. So I don't have any. Well, I have to. I don't have any spells or anything.
Seems simple enough.
Seems simple enough.
So if you kill one of the goblins that are outside, his name is Crusher. You can get Crusher's ring, which gives you +3 movement.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
He's outside before you get into the main area.
Yeah, so he's over there boasting about his abilities, but he's kind of a wuss. It's kind
of he's all talk. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more definitely worried about my wife. I don't know if she's gonna have to. We'll find out tomorrow. But I had planned on trying to work. I didn't work today because I was in the hospital for most of the day. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna work tomorrow. I had told my boss that I probably would, but I don't know. All right, so let's go to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna equip. Let's see. I'm gonna equip. Why is my image? Oh, that is coming up. My God, I'm losing my mind. So right now we have the heavy crossbow. Can I double click to unequip? Yeah, good. Sort by type. We've got this guy. So now we've got 2 little crossbows. Damn. Let's do this.
Nice.
This calls for careful footwork. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Check this out. Now I wonder, I probably should have buffed myself with guidance ahead of time. We're gonna try this. So here's the poison, the inflict wounds. This one, it must have
oh yeah.
it's 3 to 30, but it critted and did like crazy damage. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and dip. Oh, here. But the other thing I learned too is how to switch between your weapons. Like, for example, here. Oh, that's another thing too. We don't want to use this weapon. What weapons do we have? Let's use this one. If you want to switch between weapons, like here, I want to dip my crossbows in the flame. So I have to click this button to use the ranged weapon set. Click on the dip.
Now this will hurt.
Now I can both my. Now I'm gonna
Let's
attack.
see what you're hiding.
Now I'm gonna tag her.
And there, you can't see it, but if you were to hit common down there, you can see your offhand attack now that you have your dual wielding.
Oh, offhand.
That's why
Oh.
dual wield can be pretty good. And it's a bonus. It's usually a bonus action. I think it's a bonus action.
Oh, the other thing.
So you'll be able to do
too.
your normal attack and then your bonus action.
And the other thing too is you see here the fire. So when you deal fire damage with a non-cantrip spell, gain bonus action. So you would think that would work here because I'd be doing fire with my little hand crossbows.
No, it's not
No?
a spell though.
Well, it says with a no. It says when
At
you
least I
deal
don't
fire
think so.
damage with a non-cantrip spell, which would be it's a non-cantrip spell.
It's a non-cantrip attack ability. We'll see though.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's not a spell, man. You
I'm
guys,
sorry.
you guys are bumming me
Kind
out.
of ran in your parade. I'm sorry.
You rained on my parade.
Oh,
I
we
was-
do get cloaks in the full res lease. That'll be interesting to see.
Where's the other one? Don't I have another fire type thingy? No, I guess I don't have it. Oh, the Helm of Grit. Well, if that's not the case, should I put on the Helm of Grit? It says when the wearer has 50% points or less. Yeah, let's do that then.
You'd have to hurt yourself first.
Well, it just says no. I'm just saying when my health points gets below 50%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, which it probably will in this fight. We'll find out. We'll find out.
You
Now,
redip your
if
weapons.
I move, do I? How long does it last?
I don't recall.
Oh yeah, you can
Open
see.
your inventory and take a look at it real quick. Doesn't say. Oh, 2 turns remaining.
Oh, look at it. Look at it fade. You can see it though. You can actually see it fading away. It's almost gone.
Mm-hmm. So there's gonna be something you dip right before you go to attack.
And let's check the other thing is like so we're at 84%.
Your violence
Ooh.
hasn't gone unnoticed.
It did pretty good damage.
It's
The
about
only
to be
issue
returned
with
in
this right
kind.
here is now you won't be able to stealth because it'll consume
Yes,
your
exactly.
it'll consume your bonus action.
Yep.
No time.
Oi, come here. I ain't waiting.
The priestess is slain.
There you
And the
go.
Lord is weaker for it.
You got her
So
down the first time a little bit easier because
well,
of the dual hand bows.
yeah. Like see, so if you kill her in that way, she doesn't get
Do
a
you know how
chance
to
to
open
call.
up the combat log?
How do you do that?
So all the way off to the right, almost lower right hand side, there's like a little arrow piece. Nope, you keep going right. Keep going right, and up. There you go. And then on the lower right hand, there's a plus button. And so if you put your cursor over like your 21 necrotic damage there, it'll
Oh,
show
yeah,
you how
it
you
shows me
roll.
how you- Yeah. Nice. So I rolled a 10. So is it saying that I rolled 10? So that was the
so
attack
whether or
roll,
not you
though.
hit with your attack roll.
Yeah,
you
so it
got
doesn't
10
tell me-
plus
it
your
doesn't tell me the
proficiency
3
into
die-
wisdom.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me the 3 die 10 rolls
Yeah.
though.
I wish it would. On
That would be,
part.
I wish it would because that would be
I'm
so
almost
cool.
Curious.
Yeah, I knew this was here. I saw him do it in one of the videos. I actually just forgot about it, but I
Mm.
knew I did see it in a video where he was looking at.
Yeah.
Because you look at it, I watched a video where they showed. You probably saw the same video, where they were just showing you the 2-hand weapon specialization, so that if you roll a 1, it'll re-roll, and you were able to see that in the logs because if you roll a 1 and it re-rolls, it'll say damage and it'll say like in parentheses like re-roll. That lets you know that was actually a re-roll because your first damage roll was like 1 or 2 or something. So. And she's got the now. Do you know what this word of the absolute on this shield does? What is that?
I have no idea how to get the absolute, but I know the gloves of power require it, and so being that the flavor text says something about baning you, essentially cursing you if you don't have it, I've never worn them, never worn it. So
I want to try something. I don't. So you don't know what the word of the absolute means. So blood smeared across.
Wait, so it's something to like. I think if you side with the goblins, then you can get the word of the absolute or mark of the absolute, and you can gain powers that way. But I've never sided with them, so I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I'm evil or just like chaotic a little bit, but
Moving
I
in.
usually don't spend
Let's
a lot of
see.
money at traders because I just pickpocket everything off of them.
Do you really? You pickpocket off of traders?
Oh yeah.
Oh my! So they're pickpockets that hi Ra, the cat's hungry. Hold on a second, let me feed this cat. He's giving me these evil eyes. Are you guys hungry? What? You want something? Huh? What? Yeah, they're hungry. Okay. So, lockpick, here we go.
Come on, open up.
And this one takes only a 10. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it, Nick? Yeah. Yeah, the rogue. You mean the rogue? Like, so you have like I missed that because I was when you were talking about picking pockets with the rogue. It's just really good. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. So it uses sleight of hand like lockpicking does, and so I have a +10 to sleight of hand. So I have a 50% chance without even rolling.
I'll be fine.
Wow, +10.
Obviously not including the.
I still want to play. I'm gonna play a rogue next. I think.
On my way.
I don't think they have as strong damage potential later in the game, but they do gain expertise and they have sneak attack, which is pretty strong.
So check this out. Now, hopefully I have this. I may not have this because this is a saved game. Oh, I may not have a torch on me. I don't. That kind of stinks. But there are braziers.
There's lots of fire sources. Yeah, there's lots of fire sources.
But I'm up top. This is where you can kill them from up here and you never even get hit, I don't think. So let's just go ahead and take them out, right?
She might pick up stuff to throw at you, though.
You picked a fight.
Out of sight.
Look, see, look. I stealth. End turn. We could throw grease, but we don't. The thing is, we don't even need to. Yeah, she did throw something at me, and she missed. One thing I like about playing clerics is you have a pretty high armor class, and
yeah,
I don't know. I people miss a lot when they try to hit me. It happens. Quite frequently.
What do I have to lose?
Yeah, I can understand why you enjoy it. Definitely.
I just miss. Let's do let's see if we can see. He's attacked me 3 times and missed every time. She has. Let's try the poison thing again, although I have to be right next to him, unfortunately. Let's try the guiding bolt.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Ooh, 18 damage, plus it gives me advantage.
Can't risk being in open view.
Ooh, double critical hits with my... still, it wasn't really, not really a lot of damage, though. I think only 17 damage, which, you know, not
Never wanted the easy
bad,
path.
but...
Yeah, I still can't. I was able to get my land druid up to having 30 armor class with just one external person's help.
Oh yeah, you had so much armor. It was insane. You probably never got hit.
But it was still interesting.
here's the other thing I was talking about. This is the Ilmater's Aid. Says non-cantrip spells, but it's a spell again. But non-cantrip spells deal additional force damage when the wearer drops to half their hit points or lower. So it gives you a little bit more damage on non-cantrip spells when you're below 50% health. Oh, interesting. And I think it's like a pendant or something. Like here, let me equip it. See, it's an amulet, so it's not a neck piece. It's actually like a bracelet, which is cool. It's cool that they have lots of different types of jewelry in this game. Look at all those potions. Oh yeah.
Anything of use?
Did you see even the walls got stars on it? So I'm gonna see if I can try to remember how I got to the Underdark. You see, like I said, I haven't played Dungeons & Dragons since high school, which was like in the 80s. So I actually bought the book though, Nick. I bought the Player's Handbook, the 5th edition, just because I was curious about the rules, and I read through it. But this is a long time ago, like I don't know, like 2 years ago, and I think I kind of just skimmed through it a little bit, but definitely. This is it. This is it, Blue. All right. So what we do is we're gonna cast Guidance on myself.
I think there's actually a way to open it without finding the button with like the centerpiece, but I don't recall.
Let me do a quick save. And then we have to find for perception successful.
That?
And then we go here and we click this lever. And then that will open up.
You gotta unlock it first.
Oh yeah, we gotta unlock it.
Can't keep me out.
Oh yeah. And this, check it out, Blue. This is how I get to the Underdark. This is one long ass ladder going down into the depths of hell. I mean, look at this thing. Watch this. Watch this when I click. You've done this before, this ladder?
Yeah, it's impressive.
It's like what?
Wouldn't you get tired of walking down the ladder at some point? That's a weird way to hold hand crossbows, but
yeah, they're just kind of it's weird. You would think they would just be like holstered on our hips. I think that's the way you usually see them, like kind of attached on each hip. And then it's good for me to go through some of this so I can kind of reinforce my memory. And then the other thing,
Can't risk being in open view.
as we take this out, target is too far. Well, we'll get closer then.
Never wanted the easy path. Think you can take me on? Very well.
Here he comes. Minotaur. Oh, I missed. Here's a helmet. Just a regular medium armor helmet. Attackers can't land critical hit.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Let's grab it. This looks like it might look cool on the
yeah,
character.
there you go.
Let's go ahead and equip this one. Yeah, I didn't see that last time.
I have only seen one piece of heavy armor in the entire game, and that's the adamantite plate that I forged.
Check out this helmet. It's even got like a little like piece of leather cloth coming down to cover the neck. Interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry, 2 pieces. There's a helm that I got off of the golem.
Mm-hmm. And now you're down to this crazy mushroom-infested area. So now Now
Have you
how?
come across the specter yet?
No, nope.
Okay, be careful.
I'm trying to remember where to go here.
What's happening?
Oh, I don't know what's happening. Now how someone figured this out? God, I don't remember. I don't
Figured
even...
what out?
I'm trying to remember. To like shoot all, yeah, this is it. So to shoot all these damn mushrooms, right? Watch this.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
But I mean, when you read them, but see how you blow up all these mushrooms?
Mm-hmm.
And then how someone decided, because when I look at this, I don't think I'm going to jump down there.
You take some damage.
Took 11 damage.
Get confused by one, or blown
They
up by the
probably
other.
had Featherfall.
Well, in the video I watched, he didn't. He just jumped and
You just took the damage?
took the damage. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just jumped and took the damage.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music.
He's like,
Through one creature sing many voices.
Sovereign, she has come. She is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true
see there, I used the
intent.
drow option.
Then
I
the
said,
sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me.
The persistent
see there, all I had to do was answer with the drow response, and they let me through. All I said was, I'm a drow, I belong here. And they're like, okay. They're just like, okay. So yeah, the drow seems to have a lot of, yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't eat any of these mushrooms. You might have a bad trip.
The Myconid knows of your transgressions. They must be punished.
Oh crap! I accidentally looted one of them by accident, and now I'm gonna get attacked. Oh, and I rolled a 1. I'm definitely gonna get attacked.
The Myconid move.
Oh, you bastards! I'm so dead. Just watching this guy climb 5 mushrooms, it's like, holy shit, dude. Look at the range. Man, this guy can move a long distance.
Who are you getting attacked by? Why did this happen again? I missed it.
I accidentally looted one of the dead mushrooms on the ground. I didn't mean to. Again, another example of me clicking left click to move, and I just happened to click on a corpse that was on the ground. Never would have happened if left click wasn't interact, and of course that wasn't an attack though.
Might as well have been.
But what I'm saying is I just wish left click was like, we could basically use left click just to move around. Right click you can use for everything else. Right click can be interact, pick locks, attack, whatever. I don't, and that would, because that happens to me quite a bit where I screw up because I accidentally left click something I don't mean to. Most of the times when I'm just trying to move. Let's see if we can. What's my most powerful spell? Let's try to debuff all of them. Actually, yeah, let's do the here. Save failed. Save failed. I want to see how long I can survive. No, I don't think you can use WASD to move in this game. I think it's all click to move. But it's not bad because of the way the game is set up. You a lot of times are moving your camera around to look at the environment. Saved. So I actually have Bless up on it already. I just got pacified. Save failed. I'm almost dead. Anyways, so got a little bit of a headache. I was thinking about maybe trying a different class. But it's one of those things. I mean, this game's really, really cool, but I still yearn for just the freedom of a regular MMO because there's a lot of, I can't just go off in the wild and just start killing people. It's very difficult to do that in this game. You know what I mean? There's not like a lot of people to kill. I mean, I guess there are if you go to like some of the villages and just start killing the people in the villages. But yeah, I like combat a lot, so I would like to try to do a little bit more combat. But I think in the beginning, there's so much to the game, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to the game.
Hey, what's up,
you
baby?
can go and kill everybody in the Grove. You can kill everybody in the Goblin camps. You can kill everybody in Underdark.
I think I'm going to try a different class.
Yeah.
I've only played Cleric, Paladin, and Sorcerer?
Yeah, Sorcerer is an interesting class.
Definitely squishy, at least the way it was for me, but I'm sure.
Who are you?
There are definitely things to kind of help get around that, but in the early levels, it is really rough. And I've noticed that if you're the one talking, you quite often put yourself in danger if you screw up a talking point. Whereas if you had a tank or somebody else that was talking for you, you can stand back and be safe to start a fight.
So there's Fighter.
That's what Lae'zel is. You'll get Batter Master and have like 2 attacks per turn.
Really?
I don't know how that works.
Ranger. What about Ranger? Have you tried Ranger?
They are similar to a rogue, but they have spells and they don't have access to sneak attack. So in the early game, not as much damage, but I think in the later game they'll have better damage.
One thing about the Cleric's like a pretty...
if you take the Ranger Knight, then you have access to higher armor.
Yeah, the Cleric is pretty powerful, like late game, from what I was reading. Like they can, like spell-wise, they can actually do a ton of damage from their spells. And they're tanky, which is interesting. They're pretty tanky. I don't know I guess the Druid's probably the tankiest, it seems like. Rogue.
I don't necessarily know it's specific to the Druid, because it was just that I had armor proficiency and could cast Mirror Image was the biggest thing, and that has to be a self-cast thing.
What are the gnomes? Intelligence and dexterity.
The Dark Gnomes get something else besides dexterity? Oh no, they get dexterity as well.
Forest gnome. Base racial speed. Gnome cunning. You have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws. Stone camouflage. You have advantage on stealth checks. Nice. Because you're so damn dark. Artificer low. You.
I think once you get enough levels, warlocks and like a sorcerer warlock combo would be really strong.
Yeah.
I haven't got that far.
I wanted to try this wood elf because they looked like they had some interesting.
So the thing they gain is 1.5 more meters of movement speed, proficiency, stealth, and plus 1 wisdom compared to the high elf.
Your race of blend is the natural shine, so you gain proficiency in stealth. So if you did a wood elf thief, would that be Earth wood elf?
Yeah, that's what all my rogues have been. Is
wood elf rogue.
Rogues.
Although I must admit the drows.
Just a game.
The drows. I'm telling you, man, the drows got a lot of advantages.
Yeah. It's just not easy to see some of those things, and like the Githyanki has other things you don't see at character creation. Like once you get enough levels, you get access to the cantrip to be able to triple your jump.
That's pretty cool.
I think they get something else as well.
So it looks like I'm probably going to the hospital at 8 in the morning.
Probably ought to get some sleep then.
Well, I actually, yeah, I mean, I got up, I was up at 4 a.m. and then
Oof.
and then I slept. I did sleep from like, I don't know, 7 to 8. And then when I got home
That's good.
from the hospital, I slept from like 6:30 to 8:30, so I slept like 2 hours.
That's good.
So
you had some pretty decent sleep.
So I had some sleep, yeah. So I should be okay. And like honestly, like I said, I may not work tomorrow. Like I may, because if I do work, it's going to be definitely from home because I have to go to the hospital at 8, and then I'm not going to drive all the way to the office from the hospital because it's the opposite direction. Like I live about 20 minutes from work, but the hospital's about 15 minutes the other direction. So that's from the hospital to work is, I'm talking like 35, 40 minutes at least. There is Wizard, but I don't know. I've never. It's funny. The first time I ever played MMOs, like the first class I ever really gravitated towards was spellcasters. I think it's because I felt like if I was further away from the people I'm hitting, I'm safer. Because it was the first time I ever played an MMO, and I'm like, let me just kill someone from afar. That sounds a lot safer.
Yeah, there is definitely something to that,
But then what I've learned in a lot of MMOs is melee does tend to be king. Like there's some MMOs are casting's really good.
it really depends on whether or not you can keep them away from you.
Yeah, it depends on that. Like when I played Rift, when Rift first came out, man, casters were king. Like it was very difficult for for melee to get up on casters in Rift. Now, classes like the Bard were cool because they had melee and range, so they were on all classes. There were a lot of classes. That was such a good game. But anyways, I digress. The Barbarian, I don't know. The Barbarian's kind of interesting too. You said you didn't like the Barbarian?
It's all right. They have the most amount of base HP than out of any of the classes.
Let's try the Bard.
They start with a D12 die.
D12. Let's try the Bard. I'm sure
I almost did the Bard, but as solo, they're kind of dumb because their main class feature cannot be cast on themselves. Their Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I started up with Bard, tried it out, and was like, nope, I'm done. Can't do this.
There's heroism, bolster yourself or ally.
Yeah, so if you keep going down, there are Bardic Inspirations at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of silly that you can't cast it on anyone else. Oh,
I think it's really weird that you can't self-cast something. That's a buff, but yeah. And they don't really have that strong of cantrips either compared to other classes. So I was like, eh. Like I said, if it was something I was doing in the group, I could see myself trying to do that, but solo just feels weird.
It's just funny. I know me so well when it comes to any kind of RPG type game, whether it's an MMO or just a RPG, like an action based or even a turn based. I just know what I like, and I know that like paladin, clerics, fighters, rangers, those are the ones I gravitate towards. I don't gravitate towards casters much anymore. I just don't. I don't know why. Like the last time I really played a caster that I really enjoyed was probably Shadowlands with World of Warcraft with the Fire Mage, but that was because the Fire Mage had so much instant casts. A lot of like you're a lot of procking like instant crits and instant like fire blasts. That made the class really fun because you could still compete with melee because you could pull off like a bunch of attacks before they could even get to you.
I've noticed.
Of course, in this game it doesn't matter.
Being stuck.
Yeah.
Like the whole casting thing kind of like stuck there.
Being stuck while you're casting. But in a game like this, it doesn't matter so much because it's turn-based. So it's not really as big a deal. But you are still limited, like you said. You can't like move over and smack somebody. You kind of have to like... And it also works the other way. Like a lot of times the casters in this game, if you're chance to hit gets worse if you're standing face to face with a mob as opposed to distance. So that
Same
can
thing
also,
with Rangers.
Oh, is it the same thing with Rangers? So that's kind of weird. That I wouldn't have expected that. And also, like you said, like we saw, like I accidentally hit you with a spell, which was interesting. Yeah. So race. I'm almost like there's so much I haven't done in the game, but it's like I'm almost ready for. I never would have said this yesterday, but I'm almost like, man, I wish release was here because there's so many new things in release. You know. You know, I mean, I feel like but still, there's so much stuff I don't know about the game. So.
Yeah.
Where to next?
Sneak attack. So how does sneak attack work? Do you just walk up to a mob while you're stealth and hit them?
You have to have advantage. So advantage comes from a couple of different ways. Either something like a spell that's giving it, or they're incapacitated, like asleep or knocked down. That's a guaranteed crit, not necessarily advantage for melee weapons. High ground and being in stealth will give you advantage as well. Well, actually, I don't necessarily know high ground well, but if you're in stealth, you will.
I don't think Reptilian's around anymore. He hasn't said anything in forever, so. Well. I don't know. So far, I haven't really played. I mean, the paladin and the cleric they seem to appeal to me the most. I don't know why, they just do. I think it's because I like me. I like shields. I like shields. Other classes that could have a shield is the fighter. I like sword and board a lot. I like the ability to, and I like the fact that the cleric and paladin can do damage at a distance but also be tanky, especially the cleric. The cleric's really cool because they're kind of they're like a hybrid caster melee.
Paladins are sort of that way as well. They
And
just
they
don't
are.
have as many options as the cleric does for spells.
From what I've seen, the cleric is definitely stronger because they have more options, and the spells they do have seem to hit harder. The Oathbreaker Paladin was, I don't think I played it enough to really get a good enough sense.
We also haven't seen the Oath of Vengeance Paladin yet either.
Yeah, and I haven't done that one, so maybe we'll try the Paladin again and go for the Oathbreaker. Yeah, I haven't done the Oathbreaker yet, baby, so maybe we should try that. Maybe I should try to create a Paladin and do the Oath, because that's supposed to be pretty strong, actually. The Oathbreaker one. So, what's the best? Let's just try that. Let's do the Paladin and do the Oathbreaker. So, class, race. What are the, let's see, what is the Paladins? What do they need? Like, oh, you have to go to the abilities. Here we go.
Strength.
It is
probably strength and charisma.
Yeah, it puts a star next to strength. So strength is like kind of the most important. And I think charisma would be the next one. So if you talk about a race, dexterity is not going to be bad. Strength, intelligence. What about a gnome? Intelligence, dexterity, intelligence.
Shield Dwarf gives you 2 Constitution, 2 Strength.
Yeah, the Shield Dwarf's pretty good. I just didn't like the way they looked. I was really enjoying the half elf. There's the high half elf and there's the wood half elf because you can pick. Like you can actually see it gives you the option to actually change.
Yeah.
Like I can go in here and say because it gives you +1 dexterity, +1 wisdom. I can just go boop +1 strength. And now I'm +1 strength, +1 wisdom, which is really nice. And the wood elf has fleet of foot. And so the wood elf is faster, quite a bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
Now the
No.
advanced.
Oh, 9 meters is standard.
No, but I mean the wood elf.
Oh.
See, if I go to wood elf here, it's.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
I'm 10.5.
Yeah.
Oh, Mask of the Wild. That's proficiency in stealth, which really doesn't. It's like I don't really need stealth as a paladin. And then there's actually a drow half elf, which gives you the dancing lights, which, like you said, can be pretty useful, right?
Yeah, and also gives you the drow. Probably will give you the drow options. I actually don't know how that'll work.
Yeah, I don't know. You've got dark vision, Fey. So they all have dark vision, Fey answers. So the only difference really is the subrace traits, which that's why they makes sense. Subrace traits. So really, to me, the wood half elf seems like the best one. Although stealth is kind of. Eh. Let's try the drow. Maybe. Let's see what we can do with the appearance on a drow half elf. If I can get out the character creator for the next 5 minutes, it'll be a miracle. I loved it when Wolfhard FPS. So he's like when he went to Larian Studios for like the streamer thing. You know, they invited a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was the last person. He goes, I was the last person to have the character creator. And I go, man, he's just like me, man. Because when I first see a character creator that's like really intricate, man, I'm on a brand new game. I'm there for like an hour. I'm like literally like an hour.
Yeah.
Because I'll try like every combination until I find like exactly what I like.
All right, man, I'm gonna get off for night. I'll talk to you later.
Was it that late already? Shit.
It's 11.
Oh man, it's 11:30. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this paladin a little bit, see if I can get maybe do the Oathbreaker.
Good luck.
Yep.
I'll talk
Have
to
a
you
good
later,
one, man. I'll catch you later.
Bye.
The Oathbreaker. Well, she gets persuasion automatically. Helps you shove and resist being shoved. It's only +1 though. +2 versus read people, situations, detect lies. Sight, nation. Yeah, it's good. Strength, wisdom. Yep, that's good. This is an old D&D name I created like a long time ago. Reflaker. That's such a weird name. Leaf. Okay, appearance. I didn't even change my skin color. We are like a half drow, so maybe we should go with white skin. Oath of devotion. Yeah.
Tell me, who do you dream of?
Yeah, I gotta get to bed pretty soon because I gotta go to the hospital.
Oh, my head. Where the hells are we? Light on my feet. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
What's in here? Dead. Good. A brain in a jar.
Very cool. Like a brain in a jar.
Odd. I feel better.
Better.
We are here. Devilkin, am I in the hells? Abomination.
Your head.
Imps block the path forward. You will assist first. We will address.
Think we broke our oath yet? Hey, baby. That alone should break our oath, probably.
These boots have seen everything.
I tried to move away from me. That's they don't normally do that.
What's next?
Thoroughly unconscious.
Oh shit, I screwed up. I screwed up. I didn't even set my stats. I like didn't even set my stats. On my character. I like didn't even set my stats. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Who are you?
remember how I don't even remember how I did that hair. I had my hair looking cool last time, but I have no idea how I did it. Back. Maybe what I do is this. No. Hmm. What is... I can't remember what the best talents are for... Let's just look it up. Um... I hate how this guy does his sound effects. Why would he go with such a high charisma? Man, he rolls with a high charisma. And a low dexterity too. Interesting. I think with the paladin, it's really interesting because do you want to push for more like defense, like armor, or do you want to push because you have really 3 different ways you can go. I mean, you can go with more dexterity, give yourself better armor, or you can push strength, which seems to be the paladin's primary attribute. Not really sure. I guess melee. Or do you want to push, Constitution? There's a lot of different ways you can go. I'm just gonna have to wing it. Just charisma. Don't trader prices for spellcasting for bards, sorcerers, and warlocks. We really don't need charisma. I don't know why you need charisma for a paladin. And yet I see people rolling really high numbers on paladins for charisma. Yeah, see, strength and charisma. The Oath of Devotion Paladin is what I would consider the most balanced compared to the other subclasses. This is due to their versatility when it comes to dealing great damage while buffing and healing the party. And then there's the Oath of the Ancients, which... You want Strength, Charisma, and Constitution with Charisma. Charisma has the Paladin's spellcasting ability. As such, first choice I highly recommend taking is the Zariel Tiefling, which provides you +1 Strength and +2 to Charisma. Second race he considers interesting, which is what I'm doing, which is the Drow Half Elf. Due to their ability improvements feature, allowing players to allocate 1. Yeah. Granting 2 Charisma. The stability point spread with +12 wisdom, even if you invest in strength and constitution. Initially, you gain dark vision. So, yeah, here's what he's got. His strength. It's very low dexterity, though, which kind of sucks. And then constitution and charisma. And there's the Oath of Devotion, Paladin. Choosing to become Paladin comes with certain strengths. Some of them include smite spells. Oath of Devotion Paladins. Yeah. So I guess he doesn't have. Ooh, here, let's check out the Oathbreaker build, which is kind of where we want to go with this character. Strength and Charisma. For race, you'll want to look at the grant strength. Same, looks like the same stats. Yeah. All right. So 16, 10, 14. 8, 10, 16. So we can basically knock dexterity down. Knock our constitution up to 14. Charisma up to 16. Still have 1 point left. This is weird. Strength and wisdom. Let me go back to origin or race and let's try doing this since I won't let us do that. Okay. 1610, 14.8. Eh. I guess this is pretty good. Okay. I don't know why it won't let me venture forth. Like, won't let me start the game. This is really weird. I don't know why. Oh, we have 1 point in ability, that's why. So where do we want to put it? It really doesn't matter at this point. I guess we'll just put it in dexterity, because it'll maybe help initiative.
Tell me, who do you dream of at night?
Kind of weird, kind of strange.
Oh, my head. One day I'll catch a break.
Oh. Hello.
Always room for more? Open up.
Grab this really quick.
I'll give it a shot. Odd. I feel better. Dead. Good. A brain in a jar. devilkin? Am I in the hells?
We are here. Here. We are trapped. Please. Before they return!
And you realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abduct.
The enemy. So many enemies. Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity.
We are free.
The
We must go to the helm. To the helm we go.
Abomination.
your head.
Oh, imps block the path forward. You will assist first. Control yourself.
What's next? Need to find a way forward.
Get these vermin out of here! No! Can't have these rats in the flour!
Oh, poor ickle baby got your brain turned to goo.
Oh. Okay, level 2. Okay, I thought I screwed something else up, but now it's level 2. We don't get to choose our combat style until level 2.
Mind flayer machinery. Better watch what I touch. Needs a key. Here goes nothing.
Let me out! You! What are you waiting for? Try that
How did I end up going the wrong way here? Just wonder why this doorway was open. This is weird. Like, the game is like corrupted or something. Oh no, just they don't load this right. Sometimes the items on the screen don't load if you're too far ahead. Like there was no body there because I'm so far away.
Might fit that chest.
It will fit the chest.
The console appears. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
It's because
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing. This might unlock those controls next to the pod.
The console appears. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel a shiver runs across your...
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin.
Your...
My head. Trust me. I'll keep up. Shadow. There's no time.
Connect them.
this ship.
We need to get out of here, now. What path lies before me?
Oh no, that was actually not how I. That's not how I should have cast that on. That was a mistake.
Throw their corpses in the sticks.
That was a mistake.
Leave him to me. Connect the transponder.
Nice. Come on, keep doing damage.
Heading there.
Kill them, or your
If this ship
spine
hits the
is
ground,
mine.
we're dead.
Oh, come on. You gotta hit this. You gotta hit this guy. And of course you missed.
Split these intruders open! A furnace is ours!
Shit. Not gonna win this fight. Nope. Holy crap. He's taking like 4 damage. Yeah, this fight's not gonna happen.
Take this ship, or Zarya will have your head!
my way.
Oh, that makes me... I wonder... Gives me an idea.
Connect. On the move. Ha!
Let these intruders open! The furnace is ours!
We need to get out of here, now.
Oh, 90% chance and he misses. Come on. Ooh, whopping 2 damage.
Take this ship, or Zario will have your head!
We're gonna try to place these in a way that it makes the Mind Flayer maybe move to hit him from behind. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Nope. Really?
Throw their corpses
If
in the
this shit hits the
Styx.
ground, we're dead.
Leave him to me. Connect the transponder.
Nice, come on, stun. Stun him.
What's the plan?
Kill them, or your spine is mine.
Could you please land us a blow of some kind? He's still got full health. Wow. And she cannot do any damage. 2 damage. Really? 2 damage.
Let these intruders open! The furnace is ours!
Miss again. Miss again. Miss. 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 Oh my god. Everybody misses.
Take this ship,
Miss.
or Zarya will have your head!
There you go. Get for behind. About time. Just disengage.
Have to keep going.
Throw their corpses in the sticks!
Nice. 21 and stunned. So the mind flayers needs help. Oh no, that's so much for this fight.
Stop the intruders! They must not escape!
Nice. That was huge.
Kill them, or your spine is mine!
Oh, he missed. I really needed him to hit there. Freaking miss.
Split these intruders open! A furnace is ours!
Miss. Nice.
Heading there.
Take this ship, or Zarya will have your head!
I screwed up. Moved the wrong person. But maybe not.
Keep going! Get to the transponder!
Nice critical hit. And he's missed him like 3 times. That's awesome. Oh, Ignis! He's still alive though. Ignis!
Throw their corpses in the sticks!
Let's see what this does.
The helm's alien.
All that fight for nothing. Oh well.
Hells. I can't believe I'm in one piece. Something good here, I hope. I need a quick word.
Yeah, we don't need a quick word.
Breathe deep and move. What's hiding here? Must have been fishing when these monsters came. Bad luck. Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby. More for me? Don't give me trouble now.
Shit.
I don't need any attention right now. More of those wretched things. Softer than a whisper. Have to keep going. Better stay back. One strike could be lethal. One day, I'll catch a break.
aberration. Also, I don't know if it's I don't know what type it is. Ooh. Actually, let's do. Okay, so here's where we pick what fighting style we want.
Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash. Monster. Death is too good for it.
I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I hear shouting up ahead. This seems as good a place as any to...
Where are you?
Let's see if we get the Oathbreaker already, or if it takes a while. Because I've already broken my oath. I've already been killing people left and right. Nope, we didn't get the Oathbreaker yet. That's not going to be there because we already killed her. It's going to be here.
Just out of view.
Open the blood! Nobody! What's goblets? Get! Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Charge the bastards! For the absolute! Make way for the Blade of Frontiers. There is no escaping the blade.
All right, time to skulk about. Death won't take me yet.
Modifier. Attack roll 10 plus 2 plus 3 was 15. Damage roll 7 plus 3 strength is 10. Plus dueling 2. Okay, cool. Ignis!
Witness the might of the blade.
This calls for careful footwork.
That was the last of them. Open the gate! Where is that bastard?
The game seems to be like bugged, like I can't move or anything. Not sure what's going on here. I can't move. The game's like bugged. Let's restart the game and see if it fixes it. Let us see if restarting it fixes it. Why the hell is this here? Search bar. Something is acting up. I think Steam's having issues right now. Yeah, Steam is definitely having issues. The cloud is down. There we go. Yeah, I was having a hard time syncing. Alright, game seems to be working
What's
again.
hiding here?
That's actually the first time I've ever had that run into that issue where just game didn't want to loot, didn't want to move, it just like basically was broken. That's actually a first for me.
Moving in.
There are children here, you... You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Stuff your pet.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
Should have done. No one leaves my people out cold. Too.
What I didn't expect was help out there from a drow. Thank you. I meant no insult. It's simply that yours are a people at war with themselves. This attack will only strengthen their resolve. Goblin got it. We can't stay, but we'll be slow. Thank you again.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
Well met. Is there anything you need? Just some bits and bobs I no longer need? Sylvanas. Thanks for fighting off. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
exposed now.
Doesn't taste half bad.
Again. Swing and swing and parry. And again. Good work.
You're alive. I woke up by the wreckage, surrounded by corpses. We might be clear of those monsters' ship.
What should I bite, sir?
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter.
She's a thick.
Stop! Move back at once. We'll not tolerate drow in our grove. No. What? You?
To us or what?
You there! Hello!
Ad spiritu unoc aculeus vitisque.
Caught with your hand in.
In umbram cretus sanguine io.
Caught red-handed.
I just cannot pick pockets, man. Not at all. Alright guys, I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I gotta go to the hospital to see my wife tomorrow morning, so I gotta get up really early. But yeah, I mean, it's... I think, like, the one thing that is really cool in this game, I definitely do like being able to stealth, so... And the drow, the regular drow, as opposed to the half-elf drow, does stealth better than the half-elf drow. And of course, the rogue is the ultimate stealther. I might look at doing a ranger.
Yes, I see.
I think rangers have pretty decent stealth, but I'll take a look at that tomorrow. Hope you guys are having a good one. Yeah, tomorrow we'll take a look at the ranger class. I think I do want to do the Oathbreaker Paladin too. So we'll see how that goes. But anyways, hope you guys have a good night wherever you are, and I'll see you next time, man. Peace out. Keep on gaming.